My number one goal is to win a major. I have been way too close way too many times, so I think it's about time now.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of presenting sponsor Vessi, your 2026 PDGA Champions Cup winner, Niklas Anttila!
I guess it's that time. What's happening, guys? Cody here with Flight Numbers Talk, where we talk pro disc golf and let the flight numbers talk. Niklas Anttila did it, securing his first major win, and we're right back a week later. We have the Jonesboro Open happening at the Disc Side of Heaven Champions Course in Jonesboro, Arkansas, April 17th through the 19th, and we're still doing the giveaway, so make sure to leave your predictions down below. If you are able to correctly guess the winner of this tournament and their exact score, I will send you a free disc. The one rule is no picking Gannon. First to comment wins. Good luck! But let's not waste any more time. Let's get into my recap for this past weekend's Champions Cup. Round 1 of the Champions Cup was led by your tournament winner Niklas Anttila. Niklas shot a 9 under round 1 and led the rest of the field by 4 strokes. Here he is with a good roller shot on the long par 3, the 16th. Truly one of the best roller throwers in the game, but he wasn't the only one with a good shot off this tee box. Here is Ezra Aderhold with a bullseye roller. A great round 1 from this Ezra. I'll talk more on him later. But while everyone else was doing rollers on this hole, here is AB using his natural power to just bomb a forehand all the way down there. 466 feet, might I remind you. Round 2, the stars really began to shine. Here's Ricky Wysocki with an absolute bomb off the tee of the 10th. Ricky finished with a solo 4th place finish. Next, we have world number 1 Gannon Buhr with this perfect approach shot on the 12th. Gannon finished with a solo 2nd place finish. Niklas Anttila's approach on the 12th looked a bit different, but this is the type of scrambling that wins tournaments. To have the confidence to throw this is beyond me. Niklas led the tourney in scramble percentage. To end the day, we had this amazing birdie putt from Anthony Barela. AB has finally arrived, getting his first top 30 of the season. He finished with a solo 3rd place finish. Round 3 had some more spectacular highlights, including this long birdie from Adam Hammes on the 8th. We also had some spectacular lowlights I wanted to include, including this eagle spit out from Rick, about as bad as it gets in this sport. We also had Cole Redolin robbed of an ace in broad daylight.
Come on now.
Get in.
Yeah! Oh!
But to end our day, we had incredible putts on 18 by both Gannon and Rick, setting up for an amazing final day. Day 4 was full of entertaining shots, including this ace run by Anthony Barela. This guy's power is just laughable. Then Ricky had this circle 2 look and decided to do a horseshoe putt. These guys are just making whatever at this point. Then Gannon had this long birdie putt on the 15th to make it interesting, but the day was about one finish man, and his name is Niklas Anttila. That long birdie on the 17th just about sealed it, and then he had this layup on 18 to solidify it. Niklas Anttila has now won his first major of his career and is your 2026 Champions Cup winner. But now it's time for the Jonesboro Open, and finally we have a course that's not just through the woods, so let's take a look at the course. Alright y'all, hole 1 is a par 3 520 feet, long par 3 to start, way downhill and finishes thin. Hole 2 is a par 3 360 feet right back uphill. Anheuser backhand down the left side will play. Hole 3 is a par 3 324 feet, a reasonable par 3, looking for a left to right shot that bends around this big tree. Hole 4 is a par 4 765 feet, thin window off the tee, looking to get past this tree on your right and land wide enough right to have a look at the basket, downhill and to the right. Hole 5 is a par 3 360 feet, low ceiling hole that finishes right. Gotta watch for the branches and a big skip at the end as you don't want to end down the hill. Hole 6 is a par 4 570 feet, pretty open shot, just need a hyzer that lands about here and you'll have a look at an up and down for bird. Hole 7 is a par 4 685 feet, new tee box, so it's a little bit longer than in years past. Lots of elevation, OB in the middle with a guardian tree. Hole 8 is a par 3 353 feet, more elevation, bends hard left. Hole 9 is a par 3 403 feet, a new tee box, so now it's a long par 3. It's downhill, pretty open, left to right shot. Hole 10 is a par 4 818 feet, need a straight, long, accurate shot off the tee, but it opens up. Lots of trees to avoid difficult par. Hole 11 is a par 3 470 feet, open, straight, uphill shot. The winds can make this one trickier than it looks. Hole 12 is a par 4 820 feet, downhill off the tee, but then right back uphill, plays more like 1,000 feet. Just gotta look to avoid the hanging guardian tree branch. Hole 13 is a par 3 435 feet, open, straightforward shot, just got to have the distance. Hole 14 is a par 5 855 feet, want to end up left of this tree on our left right now and to have a hyzer over the pond. Gotta worry about the roll back down into the pond. Hole 15 is a par 3 368 feet, new tee box across the right side of the water, backstop, sloped green. Hole 16 is a par 4 675 feet. I expect long hyzers off the tee, but got to consider the OB left. Finishes with a left to right shot. Hole 17 is a par 4 660 feet, got some tough trees to avoid off the tree, but after those it opens up and is relatively straightforward. And then finally hole 18 is a par 3 495 feet, downhill, OB down the right side. Gotta look out for the guardian tree right here as it is OB. Hopefully the tree isn't too big of a main character this weekend. But now let's talk about the real main characters, and that's the top 10 of the tournament. We are using the Disc Golf Pro Tour standings, and no, that is not an error. 4th ranked Evan Smith will be out of this tournament. I believe his wife is having a baby, so big shout outs and congrats to him, but that's not gonna stop me from giving y'all 10 names. In the first spot, I have Gannon Buhr. Looking back at past events played at this course, Gannon Buhr got a tied for 7th in the 2024 Jonesboro Open. He currently ranks 1st in scramble percentage and circle 2 putting percentage. World number 1 for a reason and definitely the favorite to win it. In the second spot we have Ricky Wysocki. Don't count out Rick just yet. Take out the tree hits, which he'll have less to deal with at a course like Discside, and this man can still win it. In the 2024 Jonesboro Open, he finished tied for 12th. In the third spot we have Niklas Anttila. Finally got his major under his belt. We'll see if he can carry his momentum and potentially go for a back-to-back. He currently ranks 1st in circle 1 in regulation percentage. In the 4th spot but ranked 5th is Isaac Robinson. Isaac finished tied for 5th in the Champions Cup and is now 3 of 4 when it comes to top 10 finishes this year. In the 2024 Jonesboro Open, he got tied for 10th, shooting a tournament best 52 in his round 2. So Isaac could be a sneaky pick to win it this weekend. And then we've got Casey White. Casey finished tied for 8 at the Champions Cup with an ace. He shot 5 under in his rounds 3 and 4. Casey is typically a player who has been starting out hot this year, just needs to put it all together in one tournament. And then moving on to the 6 through 10, the first one we've got is Adam Hammes. Adam finished tied for 8 at the Champions Cup and currently ranks 2nd in parked percentage. percentage. Then we've got Joseph Anderson. Joey Buckets currently ranks first in fairways hit percentage. He finished tied for 14th at the Champions Cup and is now 4 for 4 on top 15 finishes this year. He's playing as good, if not better, than everyone not named Gannon. Definitely a player to watch out for this weekend. In the next spot, I've got Sullivan Tipton. Sully finished with a solo 12th place finish at the Champions Cup. He's known for his powerful forehands, a throw that could come in handy with a long elevated course like this side of heaven. And then in the last two spots is Calvin Heimburg and Aaron Gossage. I want to go ahead and combine these two because both of these guys were 4 over after their round ones, tied for 65th. And Calvin finished tied for 5th, and Aaron Gossage finished tied for 14th in the Champions Cup. In 2024, Calvin finished tied for 2nd in the Jonesboro Open, and Aaron Gossage finished a solo 2nd in the 2025 Jonesboro, a smaller tournament last year. Both of these guys are players to watch out for this weekend. Next, I want to give y'all some horses for courses, and I've got two for y'all this week. I've got Anthony Barela and Kyle Klein. The AB floodgates are finally being released as AB finished with a solo 3rd place finish in the Champions Cup. In the 2024 Jonesboro Open, he finished 1st. AB's power is just something different, and I think it will help him out a lot against the field this weekend. And then I've got Kyle Klein. Kyle continues his roller coaster of a year, finishing tied for 82nd in the Champions Cup. But if the trend continues, Kyle could be looking at another top 10 finish this weekend. I like his chances for a top 20 finish as he finished tied for 27th in 2024. And next I want to get into my long shots, and I'm filling it up this week. Starting with the finished product Jesse Nieminen. Jesse finished tied for 10th in the Champions Cup, shooting a tournament best 10 under in his round 3. It's also worth noting that he finished 4th in the 2025 Jonesboro Open. Could definitely be a player to carry his momentum into Arkansas. The next golfer I have is Matty Orum. Matty O has been in good form this year despite his tied for 66th finish at the Champions Cup. He finished tied for 12th in the 2024 Jonesboro Open, shooting a tournament best 52 in his round 3. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if Matty O had a bounce back this weekend. Next, I've got Jaden Rye. Jaden just won the College Disc Golf National Championship singles event, shooting a tournament best 55 in his round 1. Just wanted to sneak that shout out in here, and will be a fun player to watch for this weekend. Next, I've got Ezra Aderhold. Ezra finished tied for 2nd in the 2025 Jonesboro Open, finished tied for 56th in the Champions Cup, but shot a round 1 4 under, round 2 4 over, and round 3 8 over to miss the cut. So there was a glimpse of something in that round 1. He has the nukes to be competitive, just gotta put it all together. And lastly, I want to mention Ben Callaway. Ben hasn't played this year outside of a B tier that he finished 5th in, but has a course history that can't be denied. In 2025, he won this event, and in 2024, he finished tied for 2nd. I'm sure he's planning on being in the mix come Sunday. But now let's get into my top 5. My top 5 for this weekend will be Gannon Buhr, Ricky Wysocki, Calvin Heimburg, Anthony Barela, and Niklas Anttila. I personally believe that top 4 will have your winner this weekend. Niklas could if he continues playing how he did, but the odds of that seem pretty crazy. It'll be interesting to see where these 5 are come Sunday. Now I want to give to y'all what I believe to be the keys to success to this tournament. Finally, we have a more open course, but the distance is still a factor, and now we even got elevation we have to worry about. I believe the disc side of heaven will fortune the power throwers, as distance and distance control will be my keys to success this weekend. And finally, now it's time for me to give my winning prediction. I gotta be honest with y'all, I'm stuck between 3 names: Calvin Heimburg, Anthony Barela, and Gannon Buhr. But I don't think Gannon is losing 2 times in a row, especially at an open course like this. So give me Gannon Buhr to win this tournament and get right back on track of this historic season. But that's everything from me. Silas Schultz also had an ace. Shout out to Silas. And Chris Dickerson, he's also playing well. But that's it. Make sure to leave your comments down below for the giveaway. If you can correctly predict the winner and their exact score, no Gannon, I will send you a free disc. To watch the 2026 Jonesboro Open, you can catch it live on the Disc Golf Network, or you can catch the first hour of each round free on their YouTube channel. And make sure to subscribe, as we'll be right back next week with the Kansas City Wide Open. See y'all next week.